We also have some factors that are truly unique to Pittsburgh that are anthropogenic. And the one I want to focus on is that we are among few metropolitan areas in the US with very antiquated and very pollution intensive industrial production capacity. And I'll just say that in particular, what I'm talking about are the three facilities in the Mon Valley that we know are heavy contributors to the industrial pollution load. What this means is that when you look at 20 years of relatively modern air pollution monitoring data, so this is not a model, these are EPA monitors that are operated in Allegheny County and EPA monitors that are operated in every other county in the country, we see a very steady extra pollution load in Allegheny County relative to the rest of the country. That line on the right is very stable. And it means even though PM has fallen from 12 to 13 micrograms nationally on average, down to 10 over this 20-year period, Allegheny County is always 30% higher. Two factors that I just mentioned in the previous slide that's a big contributor to that: the topography where we're located and our own additional domestic pollution sources that are different than many other cities. In that green rectangle, I'm going to replace generally economic activity with specifically integrated iron and steel production in Allegheny County. And we can pull this information out from the National Emissions Inventory and demonstrate the short tons, so that's 2,000 pounds per year, produced by Edgar Thomson, Irvin, and Clairton for the 5 pollutants, local air pollutants that this model tracks. For PM 2.5, for instance, and SO2, 1,200 tons of SO2 were produced in 2020 by Edgar Thomson. And these are measured emissions reported by the firm, measured by EPA. They're not estimates. They're taken directly from the EPA's official data. So we process those through that same air quality model that I discussed to estimate ambient concentrations. Zero in on our region specifically, the tri-state region and a few others, you can see the force or the importance of prevailing wind directions in the sense that the bulk of the mass of those pollutants moves to the northeast or to the north or to the southeast, right? Because our winds prevailing are coming up the Ohio River Valley and pushing things to the northeast. What do these emissions mean for public health in the region? Well, what we get is a map that shows you where the premature mortality risk is elevated, total those up, and we get a figure that suggests that the combined emissions from these 3 facilities amount to, on average, about 20 additional deaths per year. And when we monetize those, the social cost associated with that level of risk is about $225 million per year. And that's every year that these facilities are operating.